codex stuff to read. We're now on this mission. Look at all those optionals we did. We did a lot for that mission. Inventory, I don't care. Codex. Journey so far. Finding a home. Crisis on Habitat 7. Well, hold on. As you explore Andromeda, allies, enemies, and choices you make will have a significant impact on the future of Helios and those who call the cluster home. Finding a home. The Helios cluster is nothing like the initiative expected. The Pathfinder faces terrible dangers and unimaginable wonders in the search for a safe place to call home. During your trial by fire on Habitat 7, you recognized the aliens you met as a hostile threat and fought to defend your crewman, Fisher. Explored an alien laboratory. Found a cave full of plant life that survived from the planet's Golden World era. Discovered alien shuttlecraft of unknown origin. Rescued Greer from his captors. Accepted the role of Pathfinder. So I guess that's our choices that we made. Pathfinder is more than a title. Like everyone else in the initiative, Ryder must decide who to become in the new frontier of Helios. The ties that bind. You still mourn the loss of your father Alec, a man you loved and respected. You hope you'd have made him proud as a father, as Pathfinder. Or not a father yet. Known Associates has updated with Alec Ryder getting updated. Soon after our arrival in Andromeda in 1819, Alec Ryder died during the operations on Habitat 7. Andromeda species, unknown technology. On the arrival in the Helios cluster, ground teams have sighted strange structures and technology in multiple locations. The technology appears to be inactive, or performing functions that are not fully understood. Whatever its purpose, even cursory scans show this technology is highly advanced and constructed of unknown materials. Alec Ryder and I developed a means to interface with this technology, which he believed was causing the violent weather conditions on Habitat 7. Though he did not survive to develop this theory, the structure we activated appears to be a form of atmosphere processor. After our interface, Habitat 7's ecology showed a degree of improvement. The energy cloud hampering the Hyperion was diminished. I never picked up on that until we get to the next priority mission, so it's nice to be reading these. Habitat 7. The investigating Pathfinder team encountered hostile alien life and strange technology on the surface. Reactivating this technology caused a noticeable change in the condition of Habitat 7. However, the planet is still unsuitable for settlement, and the resulting activation ultimately claimed the life of Alec Ryder, the human Pathfinder. Alright, cool.
We weren't ready to fall out of the sky on Habitat 7, but we survived that.
Right.
Yeah, we did do that.
So, always keep a jump jet handy.
All stasis personnel report to duty stations.
Alright, we're leaving the Hyperion. Heading to the Nexus.
It'll be nice to see some friendly faces this time.
The Nexus runs a support crew. Just enough to finish building the station and provide safe harbor for the Arks.
Means we can start waking our people up.
They built a bar, right? Gotta have champagne for the welcome party.
You're expecting one?
After what we've been through, I could use a buzz.
I'm not expecting shit. That shit wasn't finished.
Rough ride so far.
We'll bounce back. Real food and a shower are just ahead.
Eventually. I don't know if it's right away, but eventually. I think we've arrived. Locate Nexus personnel.
Here we are.
I don't see any champagne.
Where is everybody?
Yeah, I don't see anyone. It's empty in here. It's also not complete. Avina!
Well, this can't be right.
Hello, Avina.
Welcome to the Nexus, gateway to Andromeda. I'm Avina, a virtual intelligence designed to assist you with immigration.
Can you tell us where the welcome party is hiding?
I'm sorry, my code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations. Please select from the following pre-programmed responses.
How does the immigration process work?
Cool.
We ask that you brief medical exam to ensure your health and well-being after making such a long journey. Once you've been cleared, our colonization experts will assist you in finding your new home. Please be mindful of the queue. Thousands of eager colonists like you are waiting to begin their new life in Andromeda.
Where? Place is deserted.
Where do colonists live?
Once you've cleared immigration, our helpful staff will assist you in choosing the home world of your dreams.
I mean, that would make sense.
Paradise of Habitat 7, the gentle rolling hills of Habitat 3, or perhaps the mysterious twilight world of Habitat 5. Whichever you choose, rest assured our Pathfinders have carefully vetted all colony worlds to ensure your security and prosperity.
Oh boy.
Habitat 7. That's where we landed.
Yeah, I was about to say that needs an update.
What can you tell me about the Andromeda galaxy?
Here in Andromeda, you are over 2 million light-years away from the Milky Way galaxy. This is the furthest any life form has ever traveled outside our home system, making
To our
you a
knowledge.
great pioneer indeed. The Nexus itself is located in a region known as the Helios Cluster. Here, you and thousands of your fellow colonists will fulfill your dreams of settling a new home. Fortune awaits.
It's when we'll meet Conrad Werner.
What is the Nexus?
The Nexus
Although
is
he was
the
actually,
central hub for the Andromeda
you know,
Initiative's colonization efforts.
in the Milky Way
It is
10
the
years
first
after
destination for
we
all
left,
colonists
so that doesn't
on
work,
their
but
arrival
still.
in the new galaxy. Please enjoy the many venues the Nexus has to offer. As the station expands, it will one day serve as the seat of government for Milky Way colonists. Providing a safe, stable, and prosperous environment is our primary goal.
Not from the looks of it.
What year is it?
The current year is 2819. After spending over 600 years in stasis, it's
I mean, at least she got
normal
that
to be
right.
disoriented or confused upon arrival. Our helpful medical staff can assist with any physical or psychological after effects you may be experiencing.
Well, she's got the date right, at least.
So where is everyone? That's all.
It has been my pleasure. Please see one of our helpful immigration staff. for
Why is
further
Davina
assistance.
online
And welcome to your
if
new home
it's
in
this
Andromeda,
bad?
where the brightest star is you. Current
That seems like a
wait time for
waste of,
immigration processing is unknown error.
Right. That was helpful.
Yeah, she seems... Oh, hi.
Plants are still alive.
Yeah, so somebody is here.
It's like they didn't finish building it.
Oh, you mean like what we're staring at? Like literally what we're staring at?
This place should be packed with people.
What people? We're sending the people.
There's a guy. Maybe he's got champagne.
Human. Male. 100% human. This is likely a member of the
Let's talk to
Nexus
that
support crew, currently engaged in electrical repairs. Alright, cool. What's going on, construction worker?
Hi there. We're from Ark Hyperion, and wondering where everybody went.
Did he hear you?
Did you say an Ark? This is the Nexus, right? Pretty sure we parked in the right place.
And for what it's worth, your VI over there could use an update.
Of course, I'm sorry. It's just, we thought you were all dead.
What?
Or captured, or lost in dark space, or... But you're here. You have no idea how much this means.
Yeah?
I don't believe it.
Oh shit. One of my favorite characters of the game. Also one of my hated characters of the game. There is a gripe I have with the game. It's turned into a newer gripe because I know it didn't get updated like Mass Effect 3 did. But I might be wrong about that.
We thought you were just another malfunction.
Well, I've got a shipload of people that says we're here.
Of course, it's just you're the first Ark we've seen. After a year of waiting and no sign of the others, we shuttered this area and stopped looking.
You've been stranded for a whole year?
Longer. I'll fill you in on the way to Op Center.
That had to suck.
Everything that could go wrong with our plan has. We arrived 14 months ago. Right away, we hit a band of dark energy that knocked us off course.
Yeah, I know something about that.
We're familiar with it.
Then you'll know why we call it the Scourge. We lost whole sections of the station. A lot of people died. No power, no food. The chaos went on for months. It finally led to armed rebellion. When order was restored, the insurgents were banished. Exiles, we call them.
Are things back
Just
to
a way to
normal?
tell us there's gonna be
Not even close.
like
But
human
you're
type
here now,
enemies
so
later.
Maybe the worst is over.
Just, you know, for some variety.
No word from the other Pathfinders?
No word from anyone, period.
Any threats from the locals?
So far, we've stayed hidden. We're in no shape to deal with an attack.
We had a first contact situation on Habitat 7. Whole thing went south. They tried to kill us.
That wasn't first contact. We know about them. Those aliens are going to be a real problem.
This day just keeps getting better.
Glad you're aware.
We're here.
You guys go ahead. I'll check out the security situation.
You should know our command structure has been fractured. Some of us are filling in for leaders who died.
Is it true?
They said drop everything and report for duty.
And no one was expecting an arc to finally show up.
I mean,
Docking
I don't
procedures
blame them.
across the board.
Stand by to merge Hyperion power into the grid.
Hello.
The crew of the Hyperion.
Good luck.
I'm Jaren Tan, director of the initiative.
Now this
You have
man,
no
I
idea
hear in
how much
so
your
much
arrival
shit.
means to us.
Back then, not so much. I had only heard him in Adventure Time. And now I've heard him in so much more shit.
We had one hell of a time getting here.
He was in a game recently. I think he wasn't he in 007?
Hungry faces. Any supplies you can spare would be appreciated.
This is Foster Addison. She oversees colonial affairs.
I don't remember.
Where's the Pathfinder?
You're looking at him. God damn it.
You're not Alec Ryder.
My father's dead. He made me his successor.
Alec is dead. Please understand, the entire initiative is at risk. None of the Golden Worlds panned out. They're a bust, and there's been no word from the other arcs.
What happened to them?
Unknown. Our supplies are nearly depleted. Rationing bought us some time, but even that's running out.
We need to find more resources, but that takes people, and we can't wake them up.
Until they have somewhere to live. A golden world.
Now more than ever, we need a Pathfinder.
Oh no, the most recent time I saw him was in the Fallout
Are you
show.
up to the task?
God damn, I forgot about that.
I may not have been the first choice, but I'm ready for this.
He was good in that show.
Youthful enthusiasm will only get you so far in Andromeda.
That's no way to treat a guest. I'm Nak Morkesh, superintendent of this station.
Oh, and
Hope
Shadow
I
of War.
scared you off
We
already.
did hear him in Shadow of War.
It's
That
nothing
threw me for a
personal,
fucking loop.
But now isn't the time for on-the-job training.
At least the Pathfinder here seems willing.
So
to
he hasn't
come.
done a whole lot,
We
but
can
he's done
use
some shit that
fresh
I've
perspective.
been a part
You've
of.
heard my concerns. I'll leave you to it.
Shadow of War would have been the newest one because I watched the Fallout series when season 2 aired.
We're all feeling the pressure. Let's
Excuse
have a
me.
private word in my office, Ryder. We'll discuss giving you a scout ship. I'm happy to work out the details with your associate.
Welcome to the Nexus.
Thanks for helping, madam.
Thank you for standing up for me there.
Hope's in short supply here. What little we can find should have a chance.
Ma'am, the Hyperion's core is now online.
Let me show you something. An hour ago, that was all dark. But with the power from your ship, you're keeping the lights on. You have my vote.
And when the power runs out,
You'd best go talk to Director Tan. Make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that would be
Shy.
nice.
Come see me when you have a chance.
I have so much more to say about this shit, but I don't. Now's not the time. Anyway, the Nexus reunion. Additional tasks. Getting to know the Nexus. Speak with Tan, Kesh, Chondros, and Addison. We will be doing this. Codex. The Initiative. Nexus Uprising. Despite Director Tan's reluctance to share them, the Nexus retains records of the so-called Nexus Uprising in the early months of the station's arrival. The damage caused by the Scourge killed members of the senior leadership. New individuals had to step in to fill these roles. However, with hydroponics damaged and no habitable planets available, supplies were stretched to crisis point. Dissent turned to open rebellion against this new leadership. With the Nexus threatened, Krogan work crews were asked to provide military support against the rebels, now led by Head of Security Sloan Kelly, in return for political representation. The Krogan were ultimately successful, and the rebels were exiled from the Nexus. These exiles remain a concern for the Nexus leadership to this day. The majority of Krogan personnel also left the Nexus soon afterwards. Director Tan has declined to provide details or fill in gaps in the official record. Jian Garson. We've already read most of this. Now we have this bottom paragraph. Unfortunately, she would never live to see her dream realized. She died aboard the Nexus when it sustained severe damage from the Scourge upon first arriving in the Helios cluster. The Nexus. People and places aboard the Nexus Station, nerve center of the Initiative's operations in Helios. Intended as safe anchorage, embassy, and financial center, the Nexus is the vast space station sent ahead of the main ARC fleet. It traveled to Andromeda in an incomplete state to reduce fuel demands, with construction planned to be completed within a standard year after arrival. However, syncing with Nexus databases reveals that damage from the Scourge has set the timetable back significantly. Returning ARCs anchor at the Nexus's central wheel, integrating their power grid and offloading colonists for orientation and temporary housing before deployment to outposts. The Nexus collates and manages the resources which form the basis of the Initiative's economy, coordinates scientific research and defense, and acts as headquarters for Pathfinder teams. Once outposts are established, the Nexus will become the permanent seat of government for the Initiative. Statistics, it is 15.47 kilometers long. The vane width, the widest point, is 4.9 kilometers. The wheel is 5.3, the anchorage wheel, the big wheel, 5.3 kilometers in diameter, I assume. And gross weight, 2.2 billion metric tons, with the population when complete of 2.7 million. Nexus leadership. As the base of operations for the Andromeda Initiative, the Nexus leadership was always intended to be split among the Initiative proper, station operations, and colonial administration. Jian Garson planned to retain an honorary role, electing the Asari matriarch Nuara as Initiative director. Unfortunately, both Garson and Nuara are listed as deceased. Along with many of Nuara's senior staff, the current director of the Initiative, Jarun Tan, was 8th in line of succession. Today, Director Tan remains officially in charge of the Initiative operations and Pathfinder teams. Foster Addison retains her post as the Director of Colonial Affairs, managing colonists and outpost deployments. The Nexus itself is administered by Superintendent Nakmor Kesh, who also oversees construction efforts. In the wake of the Ket attacks, we haven't gotten the name of that, so spoilers. Thank you. Tehran Chondros emerged as the leader of a de facto volunteer militia that has taken over station security. Though technically a civilian, Chondros is counted amongst the Nexus leadership. ARC species. The Krogan. Krogan's culture and society. The Krogan culture was irrevocably changed by the Genophage. A society built on clan pride, conquest, and enduring any challenge could not survive the prospect of a quiet extinction. In the Milky Way, the Krogan are a scattered and fatalistic people, believing the Genophage will never be cured. Many subscribe to the idea of kill, pillage, and be selfish, for tomorrow we die. Krogan who don't become wandering mercenaries often live within clans with histories that stretch back thousands of years. Others organize under the banner of a single warlord or into a clan of like-minded warriors. The history and traditions of Krogan clan are maintained by respected shamans who prove their worth through grueling and secretive initiations. Female Krogan capable of producing offspring are valuable commodities. Most females live in separate camps where they raise children until they are old enough to face Tuchanka's dangers. I need to see if I can... Okay, I can save, so we're good. Biology. Krogan are especially hardy, having evolved in a crucible of lethal conditions and monstrous predators. 240-degree vision, normally a feature of prey animals, gives Krogan a broad awareness of their environment and approaching enemies. Their tough hides can withstand stabbings and gunfire, and multiple redundant organs allow them to survive internal injuries. An electroconductive secondary circulatory system, rather than a central nervous system, makes Krogan almost impossible to paralyze, while the hump on their back stores valuable water and fats. The extremely high birth rate of Krogan, a response to Tuchanka's harsh environment, once saw them overrun gentler worlds within a few decades. The genophage has reduced live births to a relative handful. Krogan physiology is also highly resistant to radioactive and toxic environments. This allows them to live comfortably on planets hostile to other life. Initiative scientists have studied Krogan cellular regeneration while developing first-in-colonist radiation treatments. History. A degree in Krogan history was apparently once a joke in academic circles, but excavations on Tuchanka show the ancient Krogan had a thriving and impressive civilization. Unfortunately, their technological advances ran afoul of Krogan aggressive instincts. Once the Krogan entered the atomic age, they didn't hesitate to deploy nuclear weapons on Tuchanka, devastating the surface and reducing their people to scattered warring bands. The Solarians technologically and culturally uplifted the Krogan in return for their service against the Arachni who were terrorizing Citadel space. Capable of surviving the harsh environments the Arachni preferred, Krogan units drove the Arachni to extinction and were hailed as heroes. They were granted gentler worlds to colonize, but their rapid breeding meant the Krogan soon overran them and threatened neighboring species. The resulting Krogan rebellions lasted almost a century, until the Turians deployed the genophage bioweapon. Unable to breed reinforcements, the Krogan people fell into decline. Krogan. The Krogan homeworld, Tuchanka, is one of the harshest in the Milky Way, honing the Krogan into a physically powerful, aggressive, and adaptable species. Once considered heroes after the Arachni Wars, Krogan expansion made them a threat to the galaxy until the Turians and Solarians used the controversial genophage to quell their numbers. Several authorities questioned including the Krogan in the Andromeda initiative, given their history. Invitations were extended to several clans, particularly those who did not take part in the Krogan rebellions, and their assistance eventually proved invaluable in building the Nexus. Colonist interviews show that many Krogan see the initiative as a chance to reinvent their people. The Krogan are considered a dying species in the Milky Way, as the genophage means only 1 in 1,000 Krogan pregnancies succeeds. In recent years, Krogan have shown signs of adapting to the genophage, as they have to many other threats. Solarians. Solarian history. The fortunes of Solarian political dynasties dominate their early history. Most students require VI assistance to trace the complex interplay of trade wars, intrigues, assassinations, joint scientific discoveries, and treaties that created the current political climate. Some of these most famous, such as the 10 Traders' War, have been immortalized in long-running extranet dramas. The Solarians were the second species to discover the Citadel space station that serves as the political heart of the Milky Way, making first contact with the Asari and becoming the founding members of the Citadel Council. Their intelligence gathering proved vital during the Krogan rebellions and later led to the creation of the genophage bioweapon intended as a deterrent. Its deployment by the Turians remains controversial to this day. The Solarians are warm-blooded amphibious species from the Milky Way planet of Surkesh. Naturally fast metabolisms means that the Solarians live intense but short lives of less than 40 years. Their quick intellect and photographic memory make them gifted scientists and engineers, and the Solarian Union is renowned for its technological advances, as well as its secrecy and intelligence gathering. Tension between the Solarian and the Krogan has lingered for centuries, Solarian scientists were responsible for creating the genophage that devastated the Krogan population and ended the Krogan rebellions. Almost 90% of the Solarian species is male. Political power is centered in the Dalatrases, rare Solarian females who negotiate the fertilization of eggs and the strategic alliance that result. Many Solarian females chose to join the Andromeda Initiative as civilians, a significant break in Solarian tradition. Culture. In the Milky Way, the Solarian Union is dominated by the rare Solarian females known as the Dalatrases, who negotiate the complex web of Solarian politics on behalf of the regions they govern. Solarians belong to vast clans whose interrelation and current political status must be painstakingly tracked. Clans are divided into concentric circles of relatives. Those closest are in the first circle, which may be up to 100 members, and the circles increase exponentially outward. This is considered confusing by other organic species, though it is mathematically straightforward. Solarians do not have a concept of romantic love. The fertilization of eggs is a political act, since the lineage of any resulting females has a strong impact on society. It only occurs after months or even years of negotiations. Multiple Solarian females opted to join the Andromeda Initiative as civilians. Renegotiation of a dozen political dynasties in the Solarian Union was ongoing when we departed. Biology. Solarians are renowned for their high-speed metabolism, allowing them to function on 1 hour of sleep a day. Compared to most species, Solarians think and act quickly, processing both emotional and biochemical changes at a rapid pace. A Solarian workday traditionally accommodates 5 or 6 small high-protein meals to match. However, Solarians also have comparatively short lifespan of roughly 40 years. Solarians are haplodiploid egg-laying amphibians. Unfertilized eggs hatch males. Fertilized eggs hatch females. A Solarian female typically lays a clutch of dozens of eggs once a year in environmentally controlled hatching pools. Once hatched, young Solarians imprint on their parents, ensuring dynastic loyalty through generations. The Turians. Turian culture and society. I don't know why it organizes this way. We should be getting this one first, but whatever. Turian culture is founded on public service and personal accountability. The Turian military is the center of their society, functioning as a public works organization, as well as an armed defense force. Citizenship is conferred once Turians have completed boot camp, begun on their 15th birthday, and promotion through the 27 citizenship tiers is judged on individual merit. At the top are the Primarchs who lead colonization clusters. Their inclination to military service and social trends mean few Turians pursue entrepreneurial careers, making the Turian economy more vulnerable than most. The support of clients like the Volus makes up for this deficiency. Turians in the Andromeda Initiative operate outside a comfortable hierarchy. Interviews with prospective Turian colonists indicate that some are seeking this very freedom to forge their own destiny. Other colonists believe Turian selflessness and civil structure will be vital to the initiative's success. Renowned as men of action, the Turians have a militaristic culture revolving around public service. Turians earned their place in galactic society after their actions in ending the Krogan rebellions. They subsequently served as the peacekeeping arm of the Citadel Council and commanded the largest fleet in the Milky Way. Turian society once relied on client species like the Volus to build their economy and trade. In the Andromeda Initiative, the military training all Turians undergo allows them to fill many vital civic and security roles. But many have also enrolled for entrepreneurial or diplomatic training to be better-rounded colonists. Galactic events and their military doctrine have left lingering resentments between Turians and some species. The Turians were responsible for deploying the genophage against the Krogan, and misunderstandings with the humans led to the First Contact War, though humans and Turians have since become cordial, if not close, allies. They do seem to think the most similar. Turians evolved on Palaven, a Milky Way world with a weak magnetic field that leaves it vulnerable to solar radiation. Most life on Palaven has a protective metal-rich exoskeleton as a natural defense. The thick, plate-like skin of a Turian protects her from some long-term radiation, but does not defend against projectiles or energy weapons. Unlike most sapient species in the Milky Way, Turians are dextroprotein species, meaning that food for levoprotein species like Asari or humans can cause dangerous allergic reactions and vice versa. The only other known sapient dextro species is the Corians, as well as Palavan flora. Turian scientists with the Andromeda Initiative paid the Corian migrant fleet handsomely for plants and fungi that were specifically developed to thrive in hydroponic conditions. They needed a way to survive. Dextro food is going to be difficult to come by. Turian history. Before joining the Citadel Council that governs much of the Milky Way, the Turian hierarchy was a formidable power with numerous client species supporting its powerful military. Rapid expansion from Palavan later led to problems with outlying colonies when isolation and xenophobia led to infighting in what was termed the Unification War. The Turians made first contact with the Citadel around 700 CE when the Krogan rebellions were raging. When the Krogans devastated Turian colonies, the Turians responded by unleashing the Solarian-developed genophage against the Krogan. 200 years later, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council. In 2157 CE, the human explorers attempting to activate a mass relay were attacked by Turian forces, as unauthorized relay activation was strictly illegal. The resulting conflict, the First Contact War, saw the human colony of Shànks occupied by the Turians before the Citadel Council negotiated a peace. Alright, technology, settling Helios, communications, and QEC. The quantum entanglement communication. Communications have always been a concern for interstellar colonists. Trade, defense, and political representation depend on reliable lines of communication. The most sophisticated method is the QEC. This utilizes a pair of particles that are linked on a quantum level. Any effect on one particle is mirrored instantaneously by the other, regardless of the distance between. The Pathfire implants use miniaturized QECs to remain in contact with their AI partners. However, manufacturing these particle pairs is a delicate and difficult process, especially with the resources limited in Helios. Long term, the Andromeda Initiative plans to establish a comm relay network transmitting data between buoys linked by mass-free corridors of space. Scourge has hampered these efforts. In the meantime, the Initiative's starships act like maritime mail packets, carrying secure data packages that transmit to the approved colony receivers once they're in range. The transmissions are limited by the ship's data storage and the capability of receivers, but improvements are ongoing. So there is a range limit, even though that doesn't explicitly say there is, which is confusing. Anyway, we finished reading.
You and I are going to be very good friends. We'll get you all fixed up and ready to go.
Alright, so it looks like somebody's right here.
This is Nexus Control to Hyperion.
Hello, Addison.
Alright, what happened?
To who?
To whom? And your goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
In the moment, it saved my life. But it seems my father meant for me to get the role eventually.
It isn't hereditary. If we wanted an inbred monarchy, we could have left half our gene stock back home. Not home. The Milky Way. This is home. This mess. We don't have a lot of options, Ryder. Maybe you'll prove your father right. After 14 months of failed colonization, forgive me if I don't hold my breath.
What do you do, actually?
I oversee the actual settlement effort. As the number of outposts is currently less than ideal, my influence is limited. As Tan is quick to remind me. Left a perfectly adequate career as a chief officer. Provincial capital, too. Only a new galaxy could pull me away. And here we are, idling.
You called my father Alec. No one does that.
A lot of us joined the initiative because of his vision. What he shared of it, anyway.
Were you friends? Or...
I'm not your new mother, if that's what you're asking. Or his friend.
I
He hated
mean,
that I didn't use his title, but no one's a pathfinder until they've path-found something.
fair enough.
Much like a colonial director without colonies.
There must be some kind of plan for encountering hostile aliens. We can't have been that naive.
We expected life, not an enemy that refuses to talk. They don't attack, they disinfect. We're nothing until we're bacteria. Sorry, 14 months and you stoop to poetry. That's how bad it is. Not sure who started it, but we're calling them Ket. Kandros will know more. Maybe too much.
You don't trust him?
I trust him to defend us. I do not trust a rising military influence in a supposedly civilian initiative.
That's fair.
We came here to make history, Ryder, not repeat it.
It's understandable.
Goddamn poetry.
There's also the strange technology.
Yeah, tell me
Has
about
anyone
this.
studied that?
We've tried. Not me. The brains in research. They're supposed to know their business. The current excuse? The tech we dug up on Mars was more advanced, but it was plug and go. The tech here thinks different? I don't know. We've mostly avoided it. And from what the Hyperion logs say about Alec, maybe that's good.
You've had no colony successes in over a
He
year.
didn't die because of
How many
that.
tries
He
is
died because I lost
Less
my
than
helmet.
you'd think. The Scourge, spoiled worlds, exiles, hostiles. We can't just plop down an outpost and expect picket fences. We need the Pathfinder and Sam to scout, evaluate, and inspire. The initiative promised a goal. Andromeda has not cooperated.
And if it had?
Beautiful utopian horseshit. Colonies that produce and support each other. The Nexus as Citadel. Not headed by Tan. Or even me.
That's fair.
Excuse
I'll be
me,
going now.
Ryder?
It's Pathfinder.
Ryder, we're starving here. If we don't get a foundation of outposts to feed the initiative, we might as well be 600 years dead.
That's fair.
Alec promised a lot. None of it panned out. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you. Why I don't trust you. Prove me wrong.
You remind me of a Lawson, if you will. It might be the accent, but more the attitude. Can I see the map? I can. Okay, so right here is... I don't want to talk to Tan yet. More Codex bullshit. Hi. Finding a home. Crisis on... I already read this. It's exactly the same. Oh, it changed the Ket. It updated it to add the word Ket. Foster Addison. Previous to the initiative, Foster Addison was the Chief Operations Officer for a provincial capital. She stated in her screening interviews that she preferred the position because it was the highest non-elected municipal office, carried responsibility without requiring a public face. Foster was asked to head colonial affairs early during initiative training. She accepted after being assured that it was temporary. After all, outposts would appoint a council, and she could be obscure on a new world. In the meantime, she would remain senior advisor to Jen Garson. Unfortunately, Garson died in the Nexus's initial Scourge impact, to be replaced by Director Tan. During the rebuilding, Colonial Director Addison had no colonial affairs to direct. That limited the influence she wielded, and increased the scrutiny demanded. She has expressed frustration at the open-ended nature of her position and the ongoing need for statements about the status or lack of outposts. Though she remains eminently capable, it appears to be exactly the job she didn't want. The Ket. According to Nexus officials, the aliens encountered on Habitat 7 are known as the Ket. Turtles. No. A species that has proven hostile in every reported encounter. Little is known about them or their motives. Ket possess technology and weapons at least on par with the initiatives, and have been responsible for the death or capture of many initiative personnel. The only commonality is that the Ket have a clear interest in the strange structures and technology seen on Habitat 7, and as we know now, on several worlds in the Helios cluster. Scouts and prospecting teams trying to investigate this technology are invariably attacked by the Ket. who take any scans or research materials by force. Why the Ket has such an interest in this technology is unknown, but the Nexus has issued warning bulletins to all Station teams to avoid these sites for their own safety. Cool. I might have time to...
Hello, I'm Gian Garson,
Hi.
founder of the initiative. It's through your hard work that the vision of the Nexus has come to life. You and all your colleagues bind our proud new colonies together. Look around at your achievements. And if you have any questions, my door is always open.
Founder Garson's office is located at Workspace Not Allocated. Please select a topic.
Huh.
You are Employee Writer, Salary Code 19B, Active Pathfinder. Your supervisor is Director Tan. Based on current staffing needs, you will be eligible for paid vacation time in 587 days.
Seriously?
Why not plan on which beautiful
Fair
colony you
enough.
vacation on while you wait? Viable planets capable of supporting life are key to our survival in Andromeda. The viability of a world is affected by several factors, including temperature, resources, threat levels, political stability, and so on. We have few viable planets currently within range. Resource levels are considered at risk. For initiative strategy and Pathfinder coordination, please see Director Jaren Tan. For colonial affairs or outpost status, please see Director Foster Addison. For station maintenance, please contact Superintendent Nakmor Kesh.
Fair enough.
For militia operations or Apex deployment, please see Tyran Kandros.
We'll be getting into that and why that annoys me.
Integration
Eventually.
from the Hyperion
I don't
is
hate
ongoing.
it, it's just
Personnel
annoying.
are still restricted to operations. The selection process saw the Andromeda Initiative evaluate thousands of potential habitable planets within the galaxy. After discovering an unusually high ratio of potential candidates, or golden worlds, the Helios cluster was selected as our destination. Even at a distance, studying the light from stars can reveal much about their planet's composition and atmosphere. 7 worlds, nicknamed habitats, have the life-supporting environments and resources we need to start our new lives in Andromeda.
Alright. Why were you crouching?
Please report to the Hyperion Coupling Annex.
Ketch's office discovered.
Yes, I know the Hyperion. There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
What's your job? I haven't been told 6 times. But
I was part of the team that originally designed and built this place. I keep the station functional, or as functional as possible, considering.
where are the other Krogan?
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
You haven't spoken to number 8 yet, have you?
Number 8?
Tan. Ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
Why do you call Tan 8?
Because he was 8th in line to take over the Andromeda Initiative. I like to remind him of that now and then. Keep him humble.
It just makes me sound. It makes it sound like nobody wants him around.
But Tan had a meltdown when he found out we wanted more say around here. Then Addison's assistant, Spender, pretended he never made the deal in the first place. It was a mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
Why are you still here?
With your clan gone, why did you stay?
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
Fair enough. What problems are had?
What sort of problems have you seen on the Nexus?
Everything?
Situation's gone to shit pretty much sums it up. There's arcs missing. Some idiots tried to mutiny and take over, then more idiots offended my clan, so they left. And to top it all off, the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, was killed.
What happened to Jean Garson?
Killed in the Scourge disaster. Her and a bunch of the other leaders. Tan might know more.
Hopefully.
I thought the Hyperion had it bad when we arrived. Anything else?
The outposts aren't happening because we don't have resources or people, so Addison's more uptight than ever. And let's not forget how badly the station was damaged on arrival. But that's a detail, according to some. My team and I are repairing what we can. If we don't get materials soon, things will go downhill. Fast.
Fair enough.
When we left the Milky Way, the Krogan were still dealing with the genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
No wonder your people have such a problem with Solarians.
Some wounds never heal. Not that my ancestors didn't provoke it. They did try to conquer the galaxy. The Solarians were forced to respond. And it's not fair to blame it all on them either. The Solarians developed the virus, but it was the Turians who deployed it. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around.
I mean, that's fair.
But Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than most.
So this is what we do. We cure the genophage. We get 1 million Krogan soldiers, and then we just beat back the Ket.
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
That's the plan.
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show a mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600 years to your advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent.
Good.
Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had. Beyond all the statistics, it means more
1 in
Krogan
1,000 was
live.
like 0.1,
It's the only way
yeah,
my people have a
0.1%.
future out here.
That's crazy. All right, I'm done with you.
Nothing more for now.
Thank you, madam. Time to meet the man that I've been waiting to meet.
We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
Hello, man.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ.
Watching the tongue
Excuse
flop
the mess.
around in
This office feels
Turian
militia
mouths
work,
is
Nexus security and looking
always
for the
fucks
Turian
me
arc.
up.
What's the word on the Turian arc?
Scattered
Nothing
readings.
good.
Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
The Ket.
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket.
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
Why did you
What
come
brought
here?
You out here to Andromeda?
I was tired of being the good one.
The good one?
The Kandros family is old military.
This
There
is
were
fair.
expectations,
We've
you know.
met a
Then my
Kandros.
sister became a sculptor, and cousin Irene went pirate on Omega. Everyone was proud that I stayed in service. But I kept wondering, when do I get my adventure? Jen Garson's dream was so grand, so gutsy, I had to be part of it.
Who was the Kandros we met? Kandros family. Nyreen Kandros. That's the one I was thinking of, and Admiral Ravis Kandros. Who we never saw anything about. That's somewhere else. But Nyreen is the one I remember. From the Omega DLC.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found us. They penned us like cattle for experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to warn the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge.
That
Fair.
sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
What about you,
It's
Wilf?
rough out there. I might need backup, if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you covered. In fact, I could give you authority to dispatch them. It'll cut down their response time.
Thank you.
Nice.
Our current ops are on the terminal. See if there's anything that could use a shot where it counts.
Are the
So
other
this
Turians managing okay?
what? Okay, we'll get
So-so.
into this in a second.
We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in.
That's fair.
But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
Excuse me.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
So, strike team missions.
This console reports on the militia's current strike team missions, Pathfinder. Please speak with Tyrion Kandros for authorization to participate.
I did that already. Lieutenant, based on status report 16C, it seems we're no closer to gaining a foothold in any sector. Without decent recon and greater intel on this enemy, we're starting to think our efforts are futile. The risk involved and continued loss of resources and lives makes it hard to justify. With morale this low, we need to scale down expectations again. Kandros.
What am I going to do?
Engineering update. We are working on access.
This is a nightmare.
Alright, we're going to come back to this at some point. But for now, it's break time. And I don't know if we'll come back and continue this or maybe do some Fire Red. I'll probably come back and continue this, but this might be our last hour of the day. Because we're about to hit around 8 hours, and that kind of feels good. But also, who knows? We'll see.